Little boy, Brindle, Barky, Gracie, where are you? Food time, food time, food time. Your turn. I'm sick of shouting.
Barky, come.
Come on, Barky. Food time. Yeah. Yes. Woof, 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 woof. Yes. Come on, Barky. I don't think it's the 4 taps, is it? Yeah, great. My name is David Roach, 73 years old, and I've lived in Hong Kong for nearly 36 years. I wonder, would you not put those things in first? I work as a research analyst. Mary Jean, my wife, she is a tennis player. We love kayaking. We were kayakers. You get in first. We started feeding the dogs probably 14 years ago. We went out on our kayaks, mainly just exploring, and we were going past an island, and suddenly we saw a dog.
Hey, Barky, come. Yeah, that's a good. You miss me, or you just out there for the chicken?
And then we went ashore, and there were actually about 30 dogs on that island. A lot of them were wild dogs. Some of them were dumped dogs, but they were in a poor condition. You want to be on television? You're going to be on television. So we decided to rescue the dogs on those islands. In those days, we have at least 5 islands and at least 80 dogs to be fed on them. And we normally start at 6 and always had to be back by 4. It's us! Come on, doggies! Brindle! We only interfere in islands where the dogs cannot sustain their own life. Wild dogs on this island cannot live by themselves. Wild dogs on Yung Chau cannot live by themselves. And the reason for that is there's no water. So we're carrying water. As you can see, this is an island which is entirely covered in graves. In certain islands, it's just destroyed too regularly. There was not enough water. You don't get the snakes, you don't get the stoats, you don't get the small animals which dogs could survive on. So those were the islands we started to feed on. If they can sustain their own lives, we observe them. If there is a severely injured animal, we will intervene. But in the main, no. We just let them get on with their natural lives. There were only 3 there too. The birth control and natural death of the dogs. Now we've got 2 islands and 7 dogs. What's our expenses for the island dogs?
For the island, it costs 80.
So we spend 80,000 Hong Kong dollars. Is that all?
No, just not including the fishermen. Okay, you give the food.
There's your food.
Yes, this is the food. Okay.
No, it's your food.
Okay, thank you, thank you. We take together.
Yeah. We don't do it every day because most days I have to work. We have our team fishermen who go. Well, this is the team. This is mostly
This is big
the
boss. This is small potato.
Little boss.
This is
and
middle potato.
When we discovered the dogs on the islands, then we said, well, will you help us feed them? And they said yes, and then we went from there. It's as simple as that.
Okay. David 先生咧，佢平時咧就會擺低啲狗糧喺度咧。佢唔得閒去嗰陣時咧，我哋去幫佢手餵啦。3年前咧多好多狗嘅 ，David 先生咧又救走咗啲啦，有10幾隻都直情用飛機 send 咗過去蘇格蘭，有啲就年紀大咗就唔喺度嗰啲啦，而家得返2隻咯，每邊1隻咯。一隻咧叫做 Bucky One 啦，就好怕醜嘅。咁咧，另外一隻 Bucky Two 咧，嗰隻咧比較活躍啲，又唔驚人嘅。嗱，佢多數咧都係中意行翻去咧近住水邊嗰度，唔好咁入咧。嗰隻野豬嚟嚇走佢㗎啦，會咁咧就搶嗰啲嘢食。Yes, wait a bit, keep patient. OK， 等一等下。嗱，我而家再攞多啲啲肉俾佢啦，好鬼精㗎佢，淨係食晒啲肉。佢趕我走啊 ！Bucky Two 咧就冇咁怕醜，但係咧。都係要我哋離開少少佢先夠膽去食嘢嘅。 呢兩隻小朋友都算幾好嘢，可以即係仲生存。拜拜，多謝主，拜拜。
Hi, my doggies. My doggies, my doggies, my doggies. Oh, oh yeah.
Having 7 dogs is because we rescue dogs. I don't think it's the right number of dogs to have. It's much better to have fewer dogs.
Dolly, 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 come on, Dolly. Yes.
Poor boy. He's afraid of the other one.
Who's that?
He does big.
Oh, give him one. No, he won't come here, but you can give him one.
There is one island dog. That is a big boy who was only taken off the island because he was sick. He used to live on the side where people go along for picnics or barbecues on Yung Chau. Dogs there have much more interaction with people, but ironically they are more frightened of humans. Because very often the people having a barbecue will throw stones at the dog or stick a barbecue fork in it. For the first year, he wouldn't come inside. He wouldn't even go up on that kind of balcony when it was raining, nothing. He would just sleep here.
This one for a big boy.
That's what we want.
Yeah. Hori here. Bye na.
Yeah, hold on a minute, I'm talking to the office. Big boy. Big boy. This is your food.
And yes, they can be home with other people, but they will be afraid and hostile to anything that reproduces the memory of why they were dumped and why they were cruelly treated. They may trust you, but they don't trust you. Do you see if there's a cage on the other end of that yet? No?
Yeah. That's the one.
The guy who owns this dog is hostile because we've tried to prosecute him with the police. That's an example of a really bad person, cruelly treated dog. There used to be 2 of them locked in that cage, but he can't even walk around. Okay, when I came to Hong Kong 36 years ago, all of these mountains were full of wild packs, and they were like wolves. Even 15 years ago, 12 years ago, there were wild packs, but now no. Which is very sad. It's a very depressing business. There are people who get so drawn into this because, you know, there's always another animal in trouble. As the natural environment is destroyed, the natural living space of wild dogs has gradually disappeared. There will be hundreds of dogs abandoned here, in this tiny corner of Hong Kong. And if you take the whole of China, then how many? So what do you do with them? Part of the reason why we feed dogs in kayaks, because actually it is the kayaking which keeps us sane. It's the making time for each other that keeps us sane. We know each other now 12 years. 12 years. We're an old couple. But I said I'd give you, open more sports to you, and now I can't because I've no money.
We still love sports, yeah. Hiking.
Yeah, we got biking, kayaking, and walking. And you got tennis and walking. Tennis, she's going to teach me, but it hasn't happened yet.
There's only 2 of us at home. And then
Well, 2 of us for 7 dogs. I mean, I wouldn't say, oh, there's only 2 of us at home. We're lucky.
We are. Because we did lucky together.
We've only had 1 holiday in 15 years. I never thought of stopping, and MJ never thought of stopping. But our aim is to have no dogs on those islands. We will continue watching those islands so that there will be no more abandoned dogs. The only 7 dogs that remain there are over 10 years old and will die naturally in 1 or 2 years. This story will come to an end.
Hey boy, they're a friend, isn't it? Okay, good boy. No more now, just 1 piece, okay? No more. He thought that still happened. No more now, just 1 piece, okay? Good boy.